Hi developers. In this video we are going to focus on creating an Express app on top of TypeScript in a best folder structure for it. Without further talking, let's get into the video. Create a folder named Server, and move into the folder. Now initiate a JSON config file. Let's install the packages and dependencies that we needed. We are using TypeScript. This allows you to write server-side based applications with strong type checking, which allows you to avoid runtime type errors. And other TypeScript advantages take full advantage of Node. Initiate a TypeScript config file. Follow my steps and change the following. This file tells the TypeScript compiler how it should output our pure JavaScript code. We need more advanced JavaScript features, such as using the arrow functions, const, and let. That's why we are choosing ES6 or a higher version. When TypeScript code is compiled, it becomes pure JavaScript code with all functions that the original code has. Pure JavaScript code will be saved in a folder called dist, in the root directory of the main project. We have to run the pure index.js file inside the dist folder which we specified in out.dir. We have to run the TypeScript file, so we assigning here like this. We using build for compile the TypeScript file will compiled, and finally index.js file inside the dist folder will start. Sometimes it may be confusing for you, feel free to comment below, I am really happy to reply. Make sure that you have specified the extensions correctly. Let's create an index.ts file, and check it's working or not. Shall we focus on the folder structure now? We will assign all schemas here, for an example user models, product models. In the roots folder all of our endpoints like API/create product will be there. We will talk about controllers with an example. In middleware, we are going to assign all of our middlewares like admin-only roots, validating token and access the users for the endpoints. Finally, let's assign our env file. Now let's create our Express server. Because of ES6 we can use import instead of require. Express.json is a method inbuilt in Express to recognize the incoming request objects as JSON objects. Morgan helps collect logs from our server, such as our request logs. App.listen function is used to bind and listen the connections on the specified host and port. This method is identical to Node's http.server.listen method. To use env keys we have to config.env. We can use variables inside the string by assigning like this. Let's start our server. Now shall we create a basic structure of a schema? We simply use mongoose here. The name that you assign here will show in your database collections, and export your user model to. Let's create a simple endpoint or route. Make sure that you export the router. Now import the router in index.js. We are using ES6, so we don't need to specify the extension. Normally we assign our functions like this. But now shall we assign all of our functions in controllers and import those here? Simply you can follow my steps. Every time make sure that you have exported the variable that you assigned. Now let's create a small function. We are using TypeScript, so we have to assign types to every variable that we are declaring. When we using asynchronous functions, we have to use try-catch block. Simply give type any to the error. Let's check in the browser. Finally, let's create a folder named config or utilities. This folder contains files like generating token, validating email, or number formats. I gave some examples to make the concepts clear to you only. We will not assign only the file names that I told in examples. If you get an idea from this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It will really motivate me to create more videos like this. Thanks for watching this video.